Raise your hand if you have finished writing up all the steps. Raise your hand if you haven't. Okay, so this page right here is very important. You now have two set of instructions. You have the one you got for substitution, and then you have now this one by elimination, right? So if you're given the resource to use during your quiz or your test, you now have instructions to follow, right? So good notes equals good exams, right? If you take good notes, you're able to follow through on your exams and your quizzes, right?
Yes.
So always make an effort to take good notes. Okay, here we go. First example. And we're going to follow each of the steps, okay? So have this one bracket that gives me my system of equations, right? So x minus 2y equals negative 19. Second equation, 5x plus 2y equals 1. You can write it on the same paper, or you can write it on a new paper. Sample number 1. Can anybody see already something that I can cancel if I were to add these two equations together? Louder?
2y.
And what else? 2y from which one? 2y from here or 2y from here? So this 2y cancels with what? That one, right? Okay. So step 1 says, write the system so the like terms are aligned. Do you see that? Are my like terms aligned? Are my x's on one side? My y's are on the other side? And my single digits are on the other, right? Okay. Can somebody tell me what this 5 and this 2 here are called? What are these called? When there's a number in front of the variable, what's that called?
Coefficient.
Coefficient. Very good. In elimination, what we're doing is we're manipulating coefficients to eliminate variables. Write that down. We manipulate coefficients to eliminate variables. We manipulate coefficients to eliminate variables. Okay. Do you think we need to manipulate these coefficients here? Or they're ready to go? They're ready to go? Who says they're ready to go? Alright. Let's try it out. We're going to try this by adding, right? If I add these two equations, let's see. Let's add the equations. What's 5x plus x? Louder?
6x.
What's negative 2y plus 2y? That cancels, right? And what's negative 19 plus 1? Louder, please. Negative 18. Can I solve for x now? You think I could solve for x here? Okay, because what's 0 times y? 0. So that cancels out too, right? Okay. 6x equals negative 18. How do I solve for x? Divide what?
6.
By 6. Just there? Both sides. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other, right? That's balancing my equation. I can't, in math, everything's equal. What I do to one side, I do to the other. 6 divided by 6. Does that cancel out? Okay, so what's negative 18 divided by 6? Okay, all right. Which equation do you want to use? The first one or the second one? First one. So, did we eliminate one variable? Step 2, right? Step number 1 is right here, right? Our like terms are aligned. Did we eliminate one here? That's step number 2, right? Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
And to the top.
Oh, there you go. Is that better?
Yes.
Alright. And then step number 3, we solve for the variable that has not been eliminated, right? We solved for x because y got eliminated, right? Alright, so now we're going to substitute. Which equation did you say you liked? Top one, right? Rewrite it. X minus 2y equals negative 19. What am I going to use for my x? Okay, how do I solve for y here? What do I got to do? Add 3 where? Thank you. So that cancels. What's my new equation? Negative 2y is equal to what? What do I got to do now? Louder, Brandon? Divide both sides by negative 2. What's my solution now? Y equals? Okay, so we substituted the value into the original equation, so that's step number 4, right? Now I want to write how do I write my answer? How do I write my answer? How do I write my answer? In an ordered pair form, right? So how does that look? Alright, let's check our work. X minus 2y equals negative 19. 5x plus 2y equals 1. Substitute my negative 3 where? X. And my y where? Goes where? Right there? Andy, where do I substitute my y? Next to the 2, right? So what's negative 3? What's negative 2 times 8? Positive or negative?
Negative.
What's negative 19? Is negative 19 equal to negative 19? Okay, let's try the other side. Substitute. What's 5 times negative 3? 5 times negative 3? And 8 times 2? 16. Positive 16? What is negative 15 plus positive 16 equal? 1. Do we see that? Anybody have any questions? Anybody lost? Alright, we're going to try, this was addition. So next to example 1, we're going to put right here, addition. This is elimination by addition. Why? See that addition right there? We added them together, right? Now we're going to do another